Yeah, I wish I had an app for that. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Do you have farm animals?
I do not.
Okay. Yeah, there's an app for farm animals.
That's very nice.
Yes, it's for so the farmers know what emotional state their animals are in.
Okay.
So that they make them happy, because they said, it's really hard to know where the cow is mentally.
So there's an app for that.
There is an app. Somebody came up with an app that helps you understand the way that the animals are feeling. Are they joyful? Are they happy with their living conditions?
How is an app going to know this?
I don't really know, but it says it can tell between if they're relaxed, playful, they're nervous about something.
Okay.
And so farmers are going to be able to use this app. And I don't know if it's to increase production or not. I've never heard of an app for farm animals.
I'm thinking farmers are really smart people.
They are.
They're amazing at what
they.
that's what I'm thinking. Yeah. They already know their animals.
I would think that you wouldn't necessarily need an app for that.
Unless you're new at it.
Well, maybe, but, and if you ask the cow how they're doing, and if they say, I'm fine, you kind of know they're not really fine. Because when somebody says that, doesn't mean they're fine.
Okay.
So an app for the farmers to use. I knew of another app, but...
What's that?
That farmersonly.com. That's the only other app I know.
The insurance one?
No, it's not insurance. It's like a dating app or something.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
There's a song for this?
You didn't know there was a song?
I didn't know that app existed.
Oh,
This is a dating app for farm animals?
No, for farmers.
Oh.
Rob and Liz,
his morning crew.
He was given the gift of having an eye. Mm-hmm. He can only see out of one eye. But they were able to give him something that nobody has on this planet, and that is an eye, a prosthetic eye that was printed from a 3D printer that looks very realistic and so much easier for somebody who needs that to be able to use that.
Right. He's needed a prosthetic eye since he's like 20 years old, and he's always had, what's been available thus far. And so I don't know why he was chosen to be the first one to get this 3D printed eye, but I saw a picture, and I'm looking back and forth, and I'm trying to see, okay, which is the real eye and which is the prosthetic eye. The only difference that I can see as I look at it is one of the eyes, the color is just barely a little bit lighter. Just a tiny bit lighter.
But you have to really look.
You
inspected, didn't you?
I did, because I knew that I'm reading a story or I am looking at a picture of it. It's just barely different. You wouldn't know it on the street. And he is so happy about this because it is more realistic and he's not self-conscious about it. I love that.
And I don't want to sound gross or anything like that. I'm going to try to say this right, because for children to use that eye, that some of them have to go under and have anesthesia so they can put that eye in. Mm. And for this eye, they say you don't have that issue at all. Mm. It's quite amazing, the technology, the way that they're doing this for Steve. And now he has this gift, and he looks like he's so much more confident. Because of this.
Absolutely. Right. He's not as self-conscious because the other didn't move as well or didn't look quite the same. And so now he's like, you know what? I'm going to rock this thing.
Yeah.
It looks great.
He's rocking it and having a great Christmas.
Rob and Liz,
his morning crew.
It was yesterday that Liz brought in some lug nuts for us to eat as cookies with the virtual cookie swap. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. Let me tell you, they were delicious lug nuts.
They were not lug nuts.
Yeah.
Now I can't remember. Lebkuchen?
Sounds fine to me. That's why I call them lug nuts. Yeah. I can't pronounce the cookie.
Well, they were delicious.
It's a great Christmas cookie.
Very warm. Like as soon as you open the container where I had them, an airtight container, like all the Christmas spices just kind of hit you in the face. And you're like, yes, it's Christmas. It's the best cookie.
So I emailed Amy, who sent us this, and she said she was just so grateful, and they were listening to it while they're in the hospital. Mm-hmm. They had to go to the emergency room yesterday.
With her husband.
This is the lady who gave us the cookie recipe that's on the virtual cookie swap at hisradio.com. And she's like, that just brightened our day because her husband was going through some things and, still working through it. And they're asking for prayer, which I'm grateful. That's Amy and her husband, by the way. So thank you for praying for them. But you never know. Here we are making a cookie. I can't pronounce it. I call it lug nut.
Having fun with it.
Having fun with it. And they're like finding joy in Jesus at the hospital, listening to Lizz making her cookie.
Yeah. It was incredible. It was just an incredible thing. But, we still need more cookie recipes because I'm going to be making another recipe this afternoon. And whoever's recipe I choose is going to get a Lizz's Ugly Bakery apron.
Yeah, meaning that Thursday morning, 7:10, we'll have another one of those virtual cookies that you submit to the virtual cookie swap at hisradio.com.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
If I saw this apartment available, man, I would jump all over it. His Morning Crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
Okay, she says that because it's 99 cents a month
Yeah.
for the apartment. It sounds too good to be true. Kinda is. It's overseas, and it's 100 square feet.
100 square feet. So that's, half of what a hotel room would be?
It's 100 square feet. Oh, and it's all IKEA on the inside.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Absolutely okay with
Good.
IKEA furniture. 99 cents a month for 100 feet? Yeah, sure.
100 square feet.
I know.
100 square feet.
I do need
It's
to say
really tiny, tiny, tiny. You'll be in Japan. Tokyo, I think.
Is it Tokyo?
I'm pretty sure it's Tokyo.
They have very small apartments in Tokyo. because
Evidently,
there's so
100
many
square
people,
feet, yeah.
Like New York City.
And so there's Liz, her husband, and her 2 boys, and 2 dogs, all crammed into 100 square feet.
Okay, so maybe it's after, the boys move out and it's just me, Joey, and the dogs.
Way over in Japan, you're going to be so separated, and then grandkids will be coming.
But
and then,
listen,
hey,
you could have a second home if it's only 99 cents a month.
you have to live there.
You have to live there all the time?
Yes, that is your full-time home. Sorry,
Okay,
you
I'm
can't
out.
go.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
I like Lush Cosmetics. Like they have bath bombs and little aromatherapy shower little things that you put. Have you ever had one of those in the shower?
No.
Like you put them in the bottom of the shower, and while you're taking,
no.
there's lavender, and it helps you just fall asleep.
Well,
Okay.
no.
Lush Cosmetics, pretty cool. They decided they were going to walk away, and this is huge for a business to walk away from social media. But the reason they did is because maybe you've heard the news that some of this social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, these types of things, can possibly lead to mental health issues for some people because of the posts and because of some of the hate that's out there on social media. And so Lush Cosmetics was like, look, this is our one of our prime demos are teenage girls, or young women. And so we feel like we don't want to be part of this anymore. We're going to take a step back. They have pulled everything from social media. Every bit of social media they're off of now. It's going to cost them, they think, around $13 million in lost revenue.
Really?
And the CEO came out, I guess, yesterday and said, I'm okay with that. The mental health of our customers, of our world, is worth more than $13 million. And so we're good. It's,
Well, there you go.
They're gonna live on just word of mouth, basically, and maybe some, ads, prints, and that kind of thing, but off social media. So I love it.
There they go.
I love it.
And
Sorry.
so you're going to leave social media when?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Easier said than done, but they did it.
Absolutely.
Rob and Liz.
His Morning Crew.
Ooh, something new to watch. His Morning Crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
All the Christmas specials that are going on right now. You just had Thanksgiving with Charlie Brown, and then there's that Charlie Brown Christmas, which we watched it over the weekend.
I love that one.
And now there's a brand new one coming out from Peanuts.
Oh, really?
And it's based on Lucy, and it's about the new year that's coming up. All Lang Syne.
Oh, should old acquaintance
That.
be
And that's all they're going to... It's a musical. No, I don't know. But they just gave the
probably
trailer, and it looks like it's the classic kind of drawing and cartoon
Oh, I'm
that
glad.
Charles Schultz did.
I'm glad because sometimes when they make a new version, it's all, snazzy. Is it? Snazzy. What a word.
Yeah.
That's a terrible word. But, it's all updated and modern. And I really like the classic look of Peanuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got as close as possible without Charles Schultz being with us anymore, the creator
gone
of
a little
all
while.
of that. Yeah. And all those specials were made at the beginning, like in the late 60s, right?
Yeah.
And so now we'll see how the take is today on all of this with Charlie Brown.
And the focus is on Lucy instead of Charlie.
Yeah.
That's kinda
Maybe
cool.
he'll hold the football and she tries to kick it.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
This is going to be so much fun when we call this family and tell them that the outside front of their home is going to be completely decorated, maybe in a way that it's never been, maybe bigger and grander than it's
I
ever
have a thought.
been.
Let's not tell them right away.
Oh, let's not.
Okay, here we go.
This is hard.
Calling the family who is winning Decking Your Halls
I hope they
right now.
answer.
Hello.
Hi, Sharon. It's Rob and Liz at His Radio.
Hey,
We see you signed up to win Decking Your Halls.
I have.
I know your situation is a little different right now, but it sounds like you just moved out of your RV.
Yes.
Why was your family living in an RV?
To escape the mold I was reacting to in the house, I was very sick. Yeah, I was not able to get out of the chair for about a year,
You had been cramped for space.
just like sardines.
How many kids?
We moved in with 4, and during the year that we were in the RV, 2 of our older ones moved out. And so, yeah, 4 of us spent the year there.
And what's it feel like to be back in a house?
Oh, wow. We feel like we're in a palace. It's a small house, but it sure feels big. Our daughter-in-law gave us an ornament last Christmas of a little camper. And our wish last Christmas was to be in a house this Christmas with a tree to put that on. And we just put that up yesterday.
Sharon, you've had a rough year.
It was difficult. It went a lot longer than we had planned. And, but really it was a year of healing in a lot of ways.
Oh, it's such a challenging time for your family.
Yeah, it was a challenge. It can be challenging to be that close to each other for that extended period of time, but it can be really special. We made a lot of great memories and healing in the process. So the whole thing just felt like we were growing as a family. And I was very much aware that my family was going through that because of me and to help me heal. So it was a real special gift.
I am so glad you're in a house now.
Yeah, we are too.
And because of Dave's Roofing and Chapin Pet Lodge, they've made it possible for you to win Decking Your Halls.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. And we get to send over bright light decor to decorate the front of your home on the outside.
I think it's going to be the most amazing Christmas, and I think the light that we feel is going to be physically expressed in all those lights that go on the house.
We're so glad you're so happy. You know what? We're going to come over to the mobile studio, do a lighting ceremony, sing Christmas carols. I mean, it's going to be so much fun. I'm excited for you.
We're feeling really loved.
We are so glad. I cannot wait to see the faces of your kids when we flip the switch. All the lights are on. All the decorations are there. Cannot wait.
We're excited.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
By now, you might see some Christmas decorations that are up on the outside in your neighborhood. Some of the neighbors that have the lights and the tinkle and all that other stuff. It's Rob and Liz, His morning crew on His Radio. What do you call it? Tinsel. Okay. Made it sound like somebody went potty. I'm sorry about that.
Like I wanted to say it, and I was like, no, I'm not going to say it. The twinkle.
Twinkle, that's
The
what I meant.
twinkle.
Twinkling lights. Tinkle. Where did I get that from? Oh my word. How embarrassing.
Oh,
that'd
no, not at
that'd be
all.
a strange, decoration anyway. Think
really
about
would.
it.
Ew.
Here's a very interesting ornament. No, not an ornament, but a decoration that's in the middle of the convention center on the Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
And it's a tree, a Christmas tree that's made totally out of Amazon boxes.
Okay, now in your head, because when you first mentioned this, I'm thinking it's just Amazon boxes all stacked up like a pyramid.
No, not at all.
Not at all. They've taken them, and to me, it's beautiful. It's a piece of artwork, if you ask me, but not everybody thinks the same way.
Yeah, it's kind of wavy and there's some people who go, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. And others are like, that's a Christmas tree? Come on, dude. It's all made out of boxes, and it's somebody's interpretation of the local area.
Right.
And where it is. Kind of looks neat and makes me think about, some of the different things that you've seen, through all of your Christmas driving around and seeing some of the lights that are out.
Yeah, or even in your own family, like that thing that somebody has to have penguins on your Christmas tree, or like us, we have hot shots that are everywhere in our house, which are
She's going to have to explain what a hot shot is for her family.
yeah, it's a nutcracker. So I'm wearing a nutcracker today.
She is.
And you take like the back of it where you would put the walnut or the pecan in, and you just go cha cha cha.
Make it talk.
And so
Okay.
that's what the boys started calling it. So we have like 10 hot chas around our house.
That's what she calls them.
Yeah.
At least.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
A lot of people that have unique things that they put up for Christmas. It becomes a tradition. I mean, like Ninja. What does your grandma do, you said?
So my grandma, my mom's mom, she actually passed away, but her Christmas tree always had only handmade ornaments
By
on them.
her?
By the grandkids and her kids. She had some that my mom had made when she was elementary school. She
Oh, I
still had
love
them
that.
up on the tree.
Oh, so does your mom have them now? And then you'll get them eventually?
She does have them, but we don't put them up on the tree because my sister's very much like, no, the tree needs to look like it's from Pinterest.
Well, and only grandma can do that. That was grandma's
guess
thing,
so.
you know?
Maybe
but to
a-
have all those ornaments?
Yeah, maybe a grandma-inspired tree in the future.
Yeah, Liz's daughter has what?
A flying elephant. She posted it yesterday, and I said, what in the world is this? And she didn't give me an explanation, but she has a flying elephant. So there you go.
All right. Kimberly's here at 800-447-7234. What about you, Kimberly?
Well, I'm a Snoopy and Peanuts fan, but this year I have enough ornaments to fill an entire Christmas tree. So we got a Christmas tree just for that.
That is amazing. So what kind of Snoopies do you have all over your tree?
The Hallmark Snoopies from all over the different years. I've got some that a friend of mine had somebody pass away, and they're like older ornaments with Lucy and Snoopy and Charlie Brown. I've got the mystery ornaments that they have out this year, and I had to find all of them.
I have to know how this started.
And my daughter was the first one that bought the first ornament, and it just went from there.
I have a feeling you have Snoopy at work.
It's all over my classroom. I'm a special ed teacher, so I have it all over my classroom.
Love that. Kimberly, you have an amazing Christmas.
Thank you, you too.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
A lot of people that have unique things that they put up for Christmas. It becomes a tradition. I mean, like Ninja. What does your grandma do, you said?
So my grandma, my mom's mom, she actually passed away, but her Christmas tree always had only handmade ornaments
By
on them.
her?
By the grandkids and her kids. She had some that my mom had made when she was elementary school. She
Oh, I
still had
love
them up
that.
on the tree.
Oh, so does your mom have them now? And then you'll get them eventually?
She does have them, but we don't put them up on the tree because my sister's very much like, no, the tree needs to look like it's from Pinterest.
Well, and only grandma can do that. That was grandma's
guess
thing,
so.
you know?
Maybe
but to
a-
have all those ornaments?
Yeah, maybe a grandma-inspired tree in the future.
Yeah, Liz's daughter has what?
A flying elephant. She posted it yesterday, and I said, what in the world is this? And she didn't give me an explanation, but she has a flying elephant. So there you go.
All right. Kimberly's here at 800-447-7234. What about you, Kimberly?
Well, I'm a Snoopy and Peanuts fan, but this year I have enough ornaments to fill an entire Christmas tree. So we got a Christmas tree just for that.
That is amazing. So what kind of Snoopies do you have all over your tree?
The Hallmark Snoopies from all over the different years. I've got some that a friend of mine had somebody pass away, and they're like older ornaments with Lucy and Snoopy and Charlie Brown. I've got the mystery ornaments that they have out this year, and I had to find all of them.
I have to know how this started.
And my daughter was the first one that bought the first ornament, and it just went from there.
I have a feeling you have Snoopy at work.
It's all over my classroom. I'm a special ed teacher, so I have it all over my classroom.
Love that. Kimberly, you have an amazing Christmas.
Thank you, you too.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So we got this interesting text that just came in.
We did. Hillary said, okay, I need you this morning, basically. Do you have any suggestions for a Christmas tree alternative for people that have cats? And she said, we have purchased devices that are supposed to keep the cats away from the Christmas tree.
Not working, huh?
Not working.
Oh, I'm so
at all.
sorry.
And now they have 3 cats.
3 cats.
3 cats are all in the tree.
And 1 vulnerable tree.
And it's in the corner like, no.
Yeah, it's like, not now. Yeah, that is an interesting question. I've never had to deal with that. Although I remember we had a white dog.
Yeah.
Her name was Sally, white German Shepherd, that liked getting into the Christmas ornaments at the bottom of the tree when she was a puppy.
Well,
and
they're
so,
hanging there.
well, and we had red ones, and they weren't glass; they were cloth, and she had red all over her face because it came off on her face.
Baby.
I know, right?
She was playing with them. Charlie broke one last year. That's our golden doodle. She broke one last year. Kind of the same. It was one of the lower hanging ornaments on the tree. And she was investigating and, of course, knocked it off. But
What we wound up doing was taking all the ornaments at the bottom of the tree off so it didn't tempt any puppies.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Hillary had a big question. I don't know. Maybe you have some thoughts about it. 800-447-7234. Hillary was trying to figure out, how do I keep the cats away from the tree?
I've never had cats when I had a tree, so I did not know. But I'll tell you, Leslie said, she texted in. She said, our cats would destroy the artificial trees, but the real ones, they leave alone.
Really?
Must not like smell of it.
Probably not. So here is Andrea. What are your thoughts, Andrea?
Okay, first of all, I put all my ornaments at the top of the tree. We don't leave any at the bottom. And we actually put orange peel in our tree, and it keeps them out because they don't like that.
Orange peel. Where'd you get that advice?
Actually, my mother-in-law, I think she got it off of Facebook or something, and she tried it, and it works for her cat. I just figured that would be some good advice for the lady.
So want to see a picture of your tree.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, just text it to this same number.
Okay.
Have an amazing Christmas.